was 8 years ago this week that we had the first horrific flood in Ellicott City, and the Lieutenant Governor and I immediately responded, and we're here. We worked together with County Executive Kittleman, and it was a tremendous effort by this community in Howard County, especially in Ellicott City, to rebound and to continue to fight to get the city back on track and put our small businesses back open. But I'm really very thrilled to see all of you here this morning. Much bigger turnout than I expected. I thought we'd stop by and see a few people and check out the new regional office, but this is really a lot of enthusiasm, and it makes me feel great that so many of you came out on a Saturday morning. I'm telling you that we have a chance to really make a difference in this race, but we cannot win this race without all of you. And so I can't thank you enough for volunteering and joining our cause. I think, Boyd mentioned, we worked together. Our team did a great job. I only ran for governor because I was completely fed up and frustrated with what was going on in our state, and we had raised taxes 43 times in a row, and we lost 10,000 businesses and 100,000 jobs, and I stepped up and said I'm going to try to do something about it, and we did. We cut taxes 8 years in a row by $4.7 billion. We took the worst deficit in state history, $5.1 billion, and we turned it into the largest surplus in state history, $5.5 billion. And we took our state's overall economic performance from 49th out of 50 states to number 6, which was the biggest economic turnaround. But I got involved, I was a lifelong business person. I'd never held office before until I became governor. Nobody thought we could do it. It was nearly impossible. I was the underdog. We were outspent 7-1 in a 2-1 state, but we pulled off in 14 the biggest surprise upset in America because we brought people together. Republicans, independents, and Democrats all working together to try to change Maryland for the better. So I know we have a lot of people here. Some of us are diehard Republicans, and there's Democrats and independents in this room. This is not just about the difference between Republicans and Democrats. This is more important than that. This is literally a fight for America's future. And I really appreciate every one of you joining me in this fight. I got in this race not because, quite frankly, I wanted to be a United States Senator. I was really enjoying other things I was passionate about. I finished our term as governor, and as the Lieutenant Governor said, it was like a mic drop moment, and most the highest approval rating in the country. It's a good way to walk away and say we did a good job and move on with life. I don't need a job, and I don't really want another title. I actually like the governor title better. Thank you very much. But I got in the race because I'm very concerned about where we are in America, and I'm concerned that the country is off on the wrong track. I'm concerned about the divisiveness and dysfunction that's tearing our country apart. And I stepped up because I think in times like this, we need leaders to step forward. And that's why I'm doing it. I'll give a shout out to my beautiful wife. People were encouraging me to consider running for this race, and I was thinking about it, and I said to her, honey, what do you think? And she said, you know what, you're much more relaxed, and politics is crazy out there today. You're spending more time with the kids and grandkids, and finally, you're making money after 8 years of public service. But she said it's probably better for us if you don't run. And I was like, okay, I'm off the hook. But then she said, but it's not just about us. It's about what kind of a future we're going to leave for our kids and our grandkids. And she said, I know you. If you think you can make a difference and you don't step up and try, you're not ever going to be, satisfied. You're not going to be happy. You'll just be here yelling at the TV set. So I want to thank our former First Lady for convincing me to do this. I really do want to again thank the Lieutenant Governor we had a tough job, and there were a lot of things, through COVID. Basically, I had to focus on the pandemic, and I turned over the whole running of the day-to-day operations of state government to this man right here, who I trusted and I knew had the capability. When I was battling cancer, just 5 months after I became governor, I was, 4 or 5 months of 24-hour-a-day chemotherapy in the hospital. We tried to run the government from the hospital bed, but I can tell you that our lieutenant governor was on top of everything back in Annapolis, and I just thank him. So I'm gonna be quiet because you guys have work to do today. We've got to go out there and win some votes in Howard County. So I want to thank you all very much for your support. Thank you for being here today. And with your help, I really do believe this is a tough race, but with your help, I believe this November we can send a loud and clear message to all the politicians in Washington that they're going to hear all across the country. So thank you so much for being here.